What if I told you Atlantis was found and then lost again? Not an ancient myth, but in our own time? This is the story of a discovery buried twice. Once by the sea and again by silence. In the early 2000s, a team stumbled upon ruins in the Caribbean, older than the pyramids, preserved in the deep. For a moment, it seemed we'd unlocked a lost chapter of history. But instead of rewriting textbooks, the find was dismissed, then buried by skepticism and official silence. Why would a discovery of this scale be allowed to fade away? This isn't just about strange rocks underwater. It's about who controls our history. How do we react to evidence that challenges what we know? Who decides which mysteries are worth solving? As we dive into this enigma, we're not just exploring ruins. We're confronting the politics of discovery and the shadows that keep us in the dark. The city off Cuba waits, its story demanding to be told. Our story begins in 2001, off Cuba's western tip. A Canadian company searching for sunken Spanish galleons mapped the seafloor with advanced sonar. Marine engineer Paulina Zalitsky led the hunt, expecting shipwrecks, until the sonar revealed something else. Instead of scattered debris, they saw geometric shapes, straight lines, right angles, and symmetrical patterns. The images suggested an urban grid, pyramids, roads, and massive foundations, 2,000 feet below the surface. The depth was staggering. No known ancient city could exist there. The team checked and rechecked their data. The structures were real, covering nearly 2 square miles. Zalitsky, searching for treasure, had found a ghost city. News of the discovery exploded worldwide, then, just as quickly, faded into obscurity. What they found was more than a shipwreck. It was a mystery that would soon be buried by doubt. The city's existence challenged everything we thought we knew about the ancient world. But the deeper they looked, the stranger the story became. The world was captivated, briefly. And then, the silence began. The sonar data was clear, too clear to ignore. The images showed massive, straight-edged mounds and pyramid-like shapes laid out in a deliberate grid. This wasn't a random pile of rocks. It looked like a metropolis deep in the Yucatan Channel. If real, the city would predate known American civilizations by thousands of years. The implications were explosive. A lost culture, older than the Maya or Aztecs, thriving before the last ice age ended. Headlines screamed, "Atlantis found," and the world watched, waiting for proof. The next step was obvious. Send cameras to the deep and see if the digital echoes matched reality. The discovery challenged the timeline of human civilization in the Americas. Was this the oldest city on Earth, or a trick of geology? The world held its breath for the first images from the abyss. The answer would either rewrite history or be lost in the depths. The countdown to a new chapter had begun. As excitement grew, skepticism hit hard. Geologists claimed nature could create straight lines and right angles, just odd rocks, they said. But Zalitsky's team wasn't convinced. They sent a robot, an ROV, to film the site. The ROV's lights revealed colossal stone blocks, some cut, dressed, and stacked with sharp corners. One block was granite, not native to Cuba, looking like a cornerstone from a lost monument. The footage contradicted the skeptics. Nature doesn't cut and stack granite blocks. Some stones even showed possible inscriptions, though too blurry to read. With sonar maps and video evidence, the city seemed real. But instead of launching a global research effort, the story took a dark turn. The evidence was strong, but the response was silence. The deeper the proof, the deeper the denial. The city's fate now hung in the balance. Would it be studied or suppressed? Zalitsky proposed a bold theory. During the last ice age, Cuba was connected to the Yucatan by a land bridge. This ancient isthmus could have supported a civilization, isolated and advanced, long before the Maya. The pyramid-like structures echoed Mesoamerican designs, hinting at a mother culture lost to rising seas. Legends spoke of ancestors arriving from a sunken land to the east. Was this their home? If true, the city would be over 10,000 years old, predating Egypt and Mesopotamia. The theory was radical, but sea levels have changed dramatically in history. As the glaciers melted, the city was slowly swallowed by the sea, its memory surviving only in myth. But this grand idea was about to meet fierce resistance. Just as the story should have peaked, it unraveled. The scientific community dismissed the findings, no artifacts, no proof, just speculation. Video of cut stones was called inconclusive, distorted by water and light. Funding for further exploration vanished, the Cuban government withdrew support. The team's data was locked away, access restricted, and official channels went silent. No follow-up expeditions, no peer-reviewed reports, just a bureaucratic blackout. Was it skepticism or something more? Some say the discovery was too radical, too disruptive to accepted history. Easier to bury the mystery than confront it. The city, once lost to the sea, was now lost to silence. The Cuban city's mystery echoes in other suppressed discoveries. Off Florida, similar underwater anomalies were found, then classified and silenced. We're left with sonar maps, ROV footage, and a theory of a lost land bridge versus the official story, just rocks. The proof remains in the deep, out of reach. Was a metropolis truly swallowed by the sea, or is it all illusion? If it's just rocks, why the secrecy? Why the silence? Until a new expedition dares to return, the truth remains hidden in the abyss. The mystery endures, challenging us to keep searching for the lost chapters of our past.